So this video is going to be a little bit different than the normal strategy, Amazon, how-to lesson sort of video. This one's going to be a little more on a personal level. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my backstory, how I've been able to scale my businesses to 7 figures, a little bit also of what's been going on in my personal life, what's next for my personal life, and just ultimately scaling 2 businesses at the same time, and the hurdles and challenges that I've overcome, and the person that I've became throughout this journey in the last 3 years. And so I'm making this video December 25th, which is actually Christmas Day. I kind of want to just give you guys an update on everything. So if you're interested in that, then definitely stay along for a couple minutes. And if you're not, check out some of my content for other strategies and tips and tricks and stuff like that. Okay, so, well, to begin, I'm going to kind of get into my story, kind of give you guys the backstory, but not the whole thing. Obviously, when I was 18, I went to college. I had like a couple 9-to-5 jobs, and then I did other things on the side that I'm not too proud of sharing and stuff like that. No, it wasn't OnlyFans and stuff like that. I never did OnlyFans. But I did other stuff, like let's just say I was like in the marijuana industry. Not too proud of what I did there, but it kind of like developed a little bit of the business mindset that I've sort of established now. So that's the backstory there. Got in trouble with the marijuana industry, and then I'm like, okay, I need to do this the legit way. So I started working 2 jobs. So I worked at HD Supply from 6 a.m. to like 2 p.m. and then from 4 p.m. to like 10 p.m. I would drive to downtown LA and deliver pizzas on a bicycle through Skid Row. So that was probably the worst thing I ever did for money. But the upside of it, like if you want to look at the positive and everything, is that I actually started to get in shape when I started delivering pizzas in those hills in downtown LA. So I would do those 2 jobs for about 2 years. And so I ended up quitting both of them, like on the spot. I didn't even put my 2 weeks notice for HD Supply at the cashier job. I just said, hey, I'm leaving, I'm not coming back. That's it. And the Domino's job, I just didn't go back. I didn't even collect my check. I said, that's it, like I'm done here. And so I started reselling sneakers, reselling designer bags that I would find on eBay. I created an Instagram page to resell my items there. I would run Instagram ads and see if anybody would bite, but that was just lunch money. I wasn't really making enough to make ends meet, like for rent and like a new car or anything like that. It was literally just a side hustle. That's what I would do for like funsies. And then I started researching a little bit more about how to make money online. So I went on YouTube, I did some research, and everything that I would look up to, it would say you need to learn a new skill. And so I started thinking, like, what skill can I learn that can make me money? And so I thought about drop shipping, I thought about Shopify, I thought about affiliate marketing, I thought about everything. But the one that really stood out to me was Amazon. I saw some ads on the sidebar, the YouTube sidebar, and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can give that a shot. But at first, I was skeptical. I'm like, I don't know. It seems like a scam. I don't think this is real. And probably you maybe need like $30,000 to $50,000 to make it work. And so I went down a rabbit hole. I started doing some research. I found that there's actually 4 different business models within the Amazon ecosystem. There's online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, private label, and Amazon Wholesale. But so the one that really stood out to me was Amazon Wholesale, because it reminded me of the marijuana business that I had before. Buying in bulk, buying at wholesale prices, and selling for retail. You get your profit and then you rinse and repeat. That was the idea when I thought about wholesale. I'm like, okay, I can do the same thing, except I can do it on a scalable platform where everybody and their mama shops, which is Amazon, and I can actually make this work and it can be a legit business. So that's what drove me there. And so I started doing some research. I bought Larry Labarsky's course, shout out Larry, Wholesale Academy. I bought that course for around $2,000 to $3,000, and I got to work. I started watching all the videos. I started applying everything I learned. I started contacting suppliers. I made a whole list of like 300 suppliers, and I started calling them. This was like in July of 2022. And so in July, I made that list. August came around. I kind of wasn't getting any sales. I was still in the research phase because wholesale takes time. You got to build out your list. You got to contact suppliers. You got to open those accounts. You got to scan the catalogs. So I was going through that phase. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to make money now. So I went to the store, to Target, and I started scanning stuff. So I came across some Halloween decorations, and it showed that it was going to be like around $5 to $8 profit on SellerAmp. And so I took some of those things home. I listed them on Amazon, and the very next day I started getting sales. I'm like, oh shit, like I got a sale. Like, okay, this can actually work. And so I started shipping them, and I started buying more stuff, and I started doing a lot of retail arbitrage. So October-ish came around, and this was going to be my first Q4. I started joining a lot of different Discord groups. I joined a couple different courses. I started researching a lot more on YouTube, like just doing everything I can to fully learn how to sell on Amazon. I went through ungating. I went through the product research phase. I started getting really good at sourcing, reading Keepa graphs, calculating profits, everything. Like I started to live, eat, and breathe Amazon. That's how obsessed I was. And my boyfriend at the time started getting kind of jealous that I wasn't spending that much time with him anymore, that I was fully invested into the business and not him. He would make fun of me. He would say, oh, what are you doing? Are you slaving again? He would consider my side hustle a slave, like that I was slaving. But in reality, I was working for myself. I was establishing my own business. I loved it. Like I quit those 2 jobs, right? And I was working like 10, 12-hour days to now working 10 to 12-hour days for myself. But believe me, it felt so much better knowing that I was working for myself instead of working for somebody else, clocking in, having to do what they would tell me to do, taking my lunch on their terms. But it felt so amazing having to work for myself and being able to, like, in some days, in the early stages, I would make $1,000 in sales, and I'm like, holy shit, like, let's go. So I started, with retail arbitrage, right? And then I got into online arbitrage. And in my first 3 months in Q4, I did 50,000 in sales. Profit wasn't really that great because I was just starting. I made a lot of mistakes. I was a rookie. But then January came around and I'm like, okay, with the little bit of profit that I have, I'm going to reinvest this into actual wholesale and build like actual connections and open actual wholesale accounts. And so that's what I ended up doing. And I got connected with a couple good wholesale suppliers, and I started scaling to my first 7 figures within my first 12 months. Here in LA, there's a lot of cash and carry suppliers. So I would go pick up a pallet, take it to my storage unit, and list it the same day. I would pre-pack everything, and the next day it would sell, and I would just ship everything out through FBM. So that's how I was like really scaling the business. And then I started partnering up with a prep center. I started working with a couple virtual assistants. And little by little, the operation started to come together out of a storage unit. So throughout like the 3 years that I've been selling, I've been doing it through a storage unit, through a prep center, through multiple prep centers. And in 2026, I might be getting a warehouse. I'm still thinking about it. There's a lot of movements, changes going on right now in my life. But to sum up the story is that my entire life changed from working those 2 jobs to being able to scale the business to working for myself because I took that leap of faith. I invested in myself, I learned a skill, and I fully indulged myself in learning this skill. That's all I did for a long period of time. It wasn't until about 1.5 years later that I started my actual coaching company, which is called AMZ Methods. AMZ Methods because we teach online arbitrage and wholesale and also Walmart Marketplace. Scaling that business has been a whole different experience in itself. I've met a lot of entrepreneurs in the Amazon space and in the coaching space. But because I started my Amazon business, it opened a whole nother door to a whole different world. It's been fun. It's been quite the ride. And I'm happy to say that my life wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for me just starting the Amazon business. As dumb and cliche as that might sound, it all started with that stepping stone. And I've had a lot of challenges that have really made me who I am today. Because if you watch some of my videos on YouTube, you can see that like I struggle to talk on camera. I wouldn't articulate myself as well. I still kind of struggle to articulate myself. But I've grown into a full-on woman businesswoman that navigates 2 businesses and leads a whole team of employees. So it's been quite the experience. And I've faced a lot of challenges as well. So I know a lot of you guys were asking like, what's going on with your Instagram? What happened to your Instagram? And I don't really know what happened to my Instagram. I think there's like some sort of glitch. I'm not like visible in the United States. I'm basically shadow banned. There's a restriction on my account, which I had like about 45,000 followers. So that account, it got to the point where I paid somebody $10,000 to hopefully get it back. And I ended up getting scammed because I was so hopeful. I was so indulged in social media that it took over me. And I gave somebody $10,000 to try and get it back. And at that point, I knew that I was losing myself to social media. So I'm kind of happy that that thing is gone. Whatever, like I'll start a new one. Who cares? It's just social media at the end of the day. And that's also why I'm making this video, to kind of update you guys on everything that's been going on recently, all the challenges, all the hurdles. But I think I'm just going to start making videos like this and kind of keep you guys posted on YouTube. I think YouTube's a better platform anyway. On a positive note, I'm finally moving out of my hometown. I've lived in LA my entire life. And so I'm excited to move out. I'm moving to Miami, all across the country. I don't know anybody over there. I maybe have like 2 or 3 guy friends. Don't have any girlfriends. Don't have no family out there. I'm gonna see what comes next, what comes my way, and kind of just explore, get out of my comfort zone and just grow into more of a woman that I'm becoming, and hopefully find myself a daddy out there or something. I've been going through a lot, and so that's why I've been kind of quiet. I am doing weekly live masterclasses live on Zoom, so I'll have the link down there as well. And if you want to work directly with me and my team to help you start and scale your business through online arbitrage or through Amazon Wholesale, I'll have another link down in the description if you guys want to have a chat and work together. I have a great community of entrepreneurs that are on the same journey as you. So I'd be happy to have you. And with all of that said, I hope to see you guys on the next one. If you guys like these kind of videos, let me know, and talk soon.